Business Growth Talks podcast is created and hosted by Mark Hayward. In this show, we talk about how to grow a business in the growth stage. The growth stage is often marked by rapid developments, increased revenue, and an escalating customer base. In each episode, we talk to entrepreneurs and business owners who have grown businesses, and we cover topics like scaling processes, market expansion, financial management, human resource and talent development, and customer retention. If you are looking for actionable advice, tips, and techniques on how to grow, run and build your business, this is the podcast for you.
Hey everyone, it's Mark Hayward from Business Growth Talks. Thank you so much for joining me today. First of all, if you're enjoying this content, please can you hit the subscribe button on the podcast platform that you're on. Really helps the show. So thank you very much if you can do that. And if you do that, you will not miss a single episode. At the moment, we are releasing Mondays and Thursdays, interviews on Mondays, and then Thursdays, something a little bit different. Today, we're going to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has got a new book out, and I wanted to talk a little bit about him and his story, because I think it is a truly inspiring story. The book is called Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But before we go on to that, I wanted to just talk a little bit about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his story. So he has an autobiography as well. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey is truly incredible. He was born into a poor family in a small village in Austria. But he had big dreams. He wanted to become the world's greatest bodybuilder, and he was willing to do anything he did to achieve that goal. At the age of 14, Schwarzenegger became a bodybuilder. He quickly became one of the most successful bodybuilders in the world, winning numerous titles, including Mr. Olympia, a competition, 7 times. That is truly unusual and very special. I'm not a massive bodybuilding fan myself, but when I saw his film, it was amazing. The guy was an animal, absolute animal. So in the 70s, Schwarzenegger moved to Hollywood to pursue an acting career. He then became one of the most popular action stars in the world, starring in Conan the Barbarian, The Terminator, and The Predator. The thing about him was he was told that he would never be able to be a movie star. He said, I'm going to do everything that I can. What I did working 5 to 7 hours on bodybuilding, I'm going to do the same ambition and the same hard work to achieve the goals of being a massive movie star. So he did language lessons, like pronunciation, elocution lessons. He also did training camps for actors and things. And he just went into this with an absolute hard work ambition and was successful. Terminator, brilliant film, one of my favorites. Predator is very good as well. And then he had various stages in his life. He was a massive star. He was still massive in Hollywood. And then another shift of his life, bodybuilder phase 1 of his life, actor phase 2, phase 3, became a politician. So in 2003, he was elected governor of California. He served 2 terms during which he was focusing on education reform, environmental protection, and economic development. After leaving office in 2011, Schwarzenegger returned to acting and producing, and he has written several books and become a successful businessman. It really is a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and perseverance, and he has inspired millions of people. That is his backstory. Now we're just going to talk a little bit about his new book, which is called Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life. And we're going to talk through each of these 7 principles and give a little bit of a story on each of them, just to give you a flavor of the book. And if you are enjoying this content, please do support the channel. And so this guy is a truly inspiring person, and I wanted to just talk through the 7 principles so you get an idea of the book. And if you want to go out and then buy it, please, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So the first principle is having a clear vision. Schwarzenegger writes in his book about how he had a clear vision of becoming the world's greatest bodybuilder from a very young age. He set specific goals for himself, such as winning Mr. Olympia competition 7 times, and he worked tirelessly to achieve these goals. So this just shows you this knowing exactly what you want, and this is what we should be doing in business and in life. So if it's a health target, if it's an exercise target, if it's a a KPI, a key performance indicator, if it's a dream, a goal that you want to, you need to have a clear vision on how you're going to do it. The second principle is big thinking. Schwarzenegger writes in his new book how he always dreamed big and wasn't afraid to take risks. For example, when he moved to Hollywood to pursue a career in acting, he didn't have any experience or any connections, but he believed in himself and his talent. And he eventually became one of the most successful action stars in the world. Now, I really think thinking big is important. We need to have massive goals for long term, but it is really important to work out how to do these things iteratively. Sometimes a big dream can be quite daunting, so you do need to break it down into incremental bits that you can take steps towards that big goal. Yes, aim big, but you do need to think about those steps in between, and don't get daunted or overwhelmed by those big dreams. Hard work. Schwarzenegger is known for his incredible work ethic. He writes about how he trained for hours every day, even when he was sick or injured. He also writes about working long hours as governor, often putting in 12 days. Now, working hard, you need to, yes, be smart. Yes, be absolutely working the best ways, the quickest ways to be able to do things. But you do need to work hard to be able to achieve. So don't be scared of hard work. Always think about what you want to achieve, all these things before, and then you have to go in and action it and do it. The next point is direct communication. So Schwarzenegger is a straight shooter. He's known for his blunt and honest communication. He writes about how he always tries to be clear and concise in his communication. He doesn't shy away from difficult conversations. Now, I think some of us, and I sometimes fit into this, but sometimes I have to have these hard conversations, is that you can put them off. You can procrastinate about having these honest conversations with people. And I think it is really important that you do think about how you're clear, concise, and confront situations that can be incredibly powerful for you. So do think about that and think about how you can have those difficult conversations and not put them off. Next point is resilience and problem solving. Schwarzenegger has faced many challenges in his life. He has always found a way to overcome them. For example, when he was first starting out in Hollywood, he was rejected by casting directors, but he didn't give up. He kept trying and eventually got his big break. So I think resilience is something that we all need. And we do really need to think about when you get knocked down, you have to get back up again. There's no option. You have to get back up again. So do think about that when you're thinking about how you're going to be able to get yourself moving again. And when, like the Mike Tyson quote, everyone has a plan until they're punched in the face. So you are going to get knocked out. You are going to have failures. You're not going to be able to get it right all the time. But it really is dependent on how you respond and how you react to those problems, those issues that face you, those challenges that face you. Next point is open-mindedness, curiosity. So Schwarzenegger is always open to learning new things. He writes about how he enjoys reading books, talking to experts, traveling to new places, and he believes that curiosity is essential for growth and success. So this growth mindset, we've heard it before. We know we need to do it. So reading books, listening to podcasts on YouTube, whatever it is, and being able to learn from them. But importantly, you have to do action beyond that. So do think about, yes, sucking in information, thinking about ways of doing things better. But it is so important that you actually action rather than just static on not doing anything. So think about that. And then the last point is his commitment to giving back. Schwarzenegger is passionate about helping others. He writes how he used his platform to raise awareness about important issues such as climate change and poverty. He has also donated millions of dollars to various charities and foundations. So, yeah, absolutely. We should give back to communities, to our community. We should give to charities. We really do need to factor that into our lives. It is the bit that some people, you do need to look after yourself and your family first. But once you have some money available, then think about giving to charity and being able to, if you haven't got a lot of money, you can give your own time instead of giving money. So that is a really honorable thing to do. So coming to the end of these are just a few examples of Schwarzenegger using that he has used to illustrate the 7 principles in the Be Useful book. It is an inspiring and motivational book that will help you as a reader to achieve your goals and make a difference in the world. I love this. I'm going to go out and buy this. This was just a summary that I managed to find, and I'm definitely going out and buying this book, and I'm going to consume it. Absolutely love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's a great role model, showing these different stages of his life, from a bodybuilder to an actor to a politician. Incredible guy, incredible guy. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much. If you're on listening to this, please go to any podcast platform, hit the subscribe button. That will mean that you won't miss a single episode on a Monday or a Thursday. So thank you very much, and on to the next one.
Thank you for listening to Business Growth Talks. This podcast is released every Monday, so don't miss an episode by subscribing to all podcast platforms, including Apple and Spotify. Have a great day.